Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am the Crushinator, and tonight I'm here with Goon. How you doing, Goon?
I'm doing fantastic, man. Excited to be here. Glad to do this, be able to cast this match with you, hang out with you for a little bit, and yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Hopefully it's a good time for everybody.
We shall see. We are here with the Storm Division Grand Finals. I am a little bit sick this evening, as you might tell with my voice, but we are going to get through it. We're going to get to our final match of the Storm Division season, which has been quite a lead up here, Goon. 30 carats coming in, a couple map losses along the way, but 0 match losses this season.
They're definitely running the show here for sure. By the way, this is a final cast, right? This is Crush's flu-ridden Michael Jordan cast. All right, this is what's happening. Right. That's happening right here. You're gonna get the best cast you've ever gotten from the Crush.
We'll find our rhythm, we'll find our groove as we get into our game number 1. We are here on Infernal Shrines. You saw the map bands come up there. Alterac Pass, Volskaya Foundry, Sky Temple, and Garden of Terror have been removed for this matchup. A lot of those sort of macro, tricky type maps are removed. I feel like we're just going to see a lot of straight-up team fighting this set.
And you know what? What a way to end the season, the Storm Division season, with getting rid of all those boring maps. All right, we're going to play some real maps. We're going to play some real Heroes of the Storm. We're going to be here for all the action.
That's right.
That's what I'm looking forward to seeing here. And right away, we've seen the Diablo ban, respecting the Tremor Diablo, understanding that he plays that character, and also it's just a tough champ or a tough hero to play up against on this map. It controls a lot of that space in the shrines, walking in through the bushes, lots of angles to wall bang people on. It's not bad. And then there's a Hogger and the Brightwing as well being removed.
Hogger Brightwing we've seen hit that ban board pretty much all through the season. Diablo has been a little bit of a newer appearance up there on the top end. We saw it through Heroes International and through the latter half of Storm Division. A lot of these Diablos really starting to bully their way in despite what the enemy team even picked. So it's a play style, and it's a regeneration that a lot of tanks don't have, and these teams just don't want to have to deal with it.
Yeah, we're seeing lots of fire stomps out of this guy, right? So it's a lot of spell power increase, a lot of damage reduction, self-sustain as well, the lightning breath, and we're seeing Diablos like kind of topping some of those damage charts in the higher levels of play. Ironically enough, that's crazy. But Blaze coming out, solid first pick coming out here from the Fun Sappers. Pretty flexible hero. We're probably going to be seeing him in the off lane. Provides a lot of utility for his team. Good wave clear. The bunker's a hell of an ability, especially on this shrine. And then the response from 30k with the Johanna Tychus.
Early Tychus isn't something that we see a lot of, but it does put the pressure onto Blaze to try to get that bunker to come out earlier in fights. Now Lucio coming in from Slug Hunter. Hanzo pretty standard here, but Lucio can definitely elongate those fights and make it so those kills you thought you were going to get early tend to slip away. So pretty defensive setup here from Fun Sappers.
So no Weary Day tonight. Slug Hunter returning back to the role that he started playing this game on as the support, with Mason Blaze playing the Blaze. Gonna be pretty cool. It's been a minute since I've seen Slug playing the support, but you know what? The last series that I watched him play on the Dahaka, obviously former CCL player, he was still hogging. So he's still a gamer confirmed, 100%. So I'm going to be excited to see his Lucio play coming out here. We see the Anubarak being banned. That's a strong tank option that was available for the side of the Fun Sappers. And then we see the Leoric response as well, knowing that Liam, he'll snap that Leoric up real quick. It's a nice little off lane. I use the term choke loosely. He's real, right?
Liam's got plenty of choices left. Plays a lot of Dahaka, plays a lot of Yrel. Augur off the board, so we won't be seeing that here. It is the Yrel to come on through. Legacy going to grab up that Rhaegar to have an opposing cleanse here, along with Johanna, who is just unstoppable most of the time.
A lot of strong wave clear right now coming out for the side of 30k. The Johanna, Condemned. You've got the lightning shield from the Rhaegar onto the Johanna, a little Tychus grenade if you want as well. Right now, the wave clear option showing on the side of the Fun Sappers is just the Blaze. The Hanzo doesn't really get any wave clear until level 4, and even then it's okay. Ooh.
Not a little flimsier on that front line than I expected. Varian can build in a very tanky way, especially going into the parry against Tychus, so that could be deceptively tanky here from Tremor. The Zagara is interesting alongside the Hanzo, especially since Yrel can jump into that back line and do some repositioning. The Zagara might have a tough time getting away from that, but does have a lot of giant killer damage going into the late game here. I like this Chromie response here from 30 Carats because we've got 2 backliners with not a large health pool.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not like the side of the Fun Sappers they don't really have many options to get back there and mess with this Chromie. She's going to drop the Slowing Sands, which means that Blaze and Varian have to walk through that. She's going to be casting for free the whole game. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little concerned for the Fun Sappers comp here. Maybe they're just gonna be looking to split push with the Zagara all game. We'll see what they come up with and how they play their draft out. But definitely, I do like 30K draft a lot more control in the shrine. Like I said, wave clear. They got great initiations. Their peel is, they got a lot of space. They can control a lot of space with their front line to protect the Chromie. And then, Tychus just standing around making Blaze and Varian's life a little miserable might be, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for the Saps.
I feel like 30 Carats, they've got a pretty clearly executable plan here with this composition. Right. But looking across at Lucio makes a lot of things that don't make sense on paper work out. And I feel like Fun Sappers might be trying to use that sort of, guerrilla warfare, come at you sideways style here with this Hanzo Zagara, and then use the Lucio to get him out of trouble. So we'll see if 30 Carats can respond to that.
I'm curious to see if Zagara can create enough map pressure to force 30K to have to constantly deal with that. And maybe split up the team and find better fights in general. Later on, as the game progresses, like you mentioned earlier, Zagara does get those giant killer talents on the Hydralisk and on the Roachlings, which actually puts out a lot of damage onto the Yrel and the Johanna. So, yeah, we'll see. Maybe that guerrilla warfare is good. Maybe they've been playing some Call of Duty. They've been playing some Call of Duty and use some of those tactics, but.
Chromie did go ahead and pick up that Time Walker's Pursuit on 1 to be able to keep an eye on the edges there. Always something you want to watch out for when you've got the flankers, especially Varian. Varian definitely doesn't like to just walk straight up and come right at you. Varian likes to come from the edges, likes to come from the vents, so Chromie going to be able to help out. And Hanzo Arrow, you see, for the other side, there's not going to be a lot of skulking around with all the vision tools available for both teams. Standard
Infernal Shrines. Clear the lane, try to rotate as best you can.
Legacy in a little bit of trouble there as Cattle peeling away with the Condemned. Chromie putting out a ton of damage on the retreat there as Fun Sappers all left through the same corridor. Wow, look at that interruption.
This delay. Yeah, this delay from Cattle to make sure that this rotation is it's very, very slow. Madara just shelling from the back. And this is just a level 1, we're rotating to clear the lanes type of deal. And we already see how much pressure Madara is able to push out with this Chromie.
30 Carats has been able to jump on their mid-camp early. We see Fun Sappers doing the same. I want to see if there's going to be an invade here. Kira is moving across. They might get here in time, and they know Varian isn't level 4 yet. 30 Carats is going to take advantage, jump on in, and grab themselves a free camp.
I'm kind of surprised that they didn't opt to play the Blaze into 4-man until level 4 and just leave Varian in the top lane. Because they need all the wave clear. They need all the wave clear they can get, and Hanzo, again, he doesn't have explosive arrow. Zagara's wave clear is okay right now.
Zagara's wave clear, I feel like, in the early game takes a ton of mana to do efficiently.
Yeah.
You gotta cast all of your abilities on every wave. So you end up having to go back to base before the first objective. You see that here. Zagara's actually trapped in the mid right now, and 30 Carats is just going to go ahead and grab a third camp here.
Oh, Tychus is going down.
Oh, Tychus actually going down in the mid there. Good catch. I was following that bottom lane, but first blood's going to go over to Fun Sappers. as we get ever closer to our first objective, which is going to be a frozen shrine in the bottom lane.
That's a pretty important shrine, especially right out the gate. I'm going to say if Fun Sappers can get this shrine and push with the Zagara, that is like, that's going to be the best possible scenario for them at level 1 or at level 5 or 6, whenever they complete that thing.
It's got a lot of opportunities. Oh, Liam is actually contesting this right side camp here, but Infrared is making sure that Urel can't get that for free. I was just saying that Fun Sappers have a lot of tools to get executes on these minions from outside the pit, so that could be an opportunity for them to snag a first objective here, as we see get started up by Fun Sappers.
See how fast it can clear this stuff. I heard a taunt happening somewhere. Johanna taking a lot of damage actually in the mid lane, running away.
In trouble.
Ooh, and Venom.
Oh, Johanna goes down. Infrared trying to get away there. Liam not going to be able to get the counter kill, but Fun Sappers working on the objective, grabbing the kill in the mid. We'll see if they can maybe get that split push Zagara going. We see Infrared has moved up to the top lane, but has quite a wave to deal with. Oh, Liam went over the wall there. Oh no. I think Liam might end up with this kill anyway because the wave is tanking these towers. Slug Hunter comes up, but it's not going to be enough. Zagara is going to go down.
That was cute. That was cute. I thought he'd play for the globes and try to get some sustain there, but that was a nice little cheeky play there from Infrared to get Liam on the other side of that wall. But he'd have to screw it up.
2v2 continues up here on the bottom lane. The Frozen Punisher gets pulled over the wall by Cattle, and only Roger here to assist. The objective will be going down pretty quickly. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Lucio goes down. Cure is looking to looking to get on out of there and does so effectively. As Mason Blaze was looking for a counter kill. The 30 carats have evened up the kill count here, and they're back to getting these lanes pushed with their experience advantage.
A little bit of that guerrilla warfare, a bunch of random stuff happening around the map that we don't really expect too much these days. It's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting.
I feel like there's a level of self-awareness with these players that comes with the experience and comes with the draft, where they feel like it's like, okay, if we just go straight up, they're going to win. So we need to do something different. Whereas,
can I get 2 kills?
Oh, Mason Blaze comes on down, gets a big double hit, and that is a double kill coming on in for Mason Blaze. Fun Sappers getting right back on the experience train on their way to level 10 here. Great rotation from Blaze.
That was crazy. The crossfire confirming those 2 kills, but the setup from Slug Hunter. Jumping, pushing off the wall, getting the slow on not only the Tychus, but the Chromia as well. Finding the boob into that jet propulsion with the crossfire. It was sick.
Nicely played. Very, very nicely played, because it looked like Fun Sappers were going to go a little bit of time without their level 10s, but all of a sudden, right back to even on experience here.
I locked back on it. He actually flew off the map. Hit my mouse.
No worries. 10s are here for both teams as we see a taunt at the mid. Cure is going to get cleansed to move on back. Dragon Arrow's going to connect though, forcing out an Ancestral from Legacy. Now here's a recommit from Cattle trying to block the exit. There is Devouring Maw onto Rhaegar, forcing 30 carats to back off just a little bit here as the fight rolls on. Blaze not coming on down here. He's going to remain in the top lane, forcing Liam to respond.
They're pinging Cattle. They want the taunt onto him, knowing that the Iron Skin went down, but able to create some space. Nice job from Monroe placing that slowing stance. I just want to shout again, Slug Hunter with that high five there, cleansing the team, cleansing the blessed shield there on the back half. That was awesome. Very well played. Good job from him. That League of Legends has been paying off. I see you playing. I see you playing, dude.
You gotta find the skills somewhere. In League of Legends, if you put your time in there, your mechanical skills, they're going to increase. There's a lot of nitty gritty, a lot of back and forth that can really translate into Heroes of the Storm. You can see it. I mean, if you're out there and you've been playing Heroes for 6-7 years, and you never want to play any other MOBA again, like just play for a week, just a week. You'll see the mechanical skills absolutely translate. Come on,
it's
really cross training. That's what it is. You can't just keep doing flat bench press forever. You got to try some dumbbell upright, and it'll just increase your overall strength.
True. I thought you were gonna say CrossFit. I was like, I'm out of here, bro. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, Roger, getting caught.
Roger
Beautiful.
gets cleansed but slowed and taken down. There goes Hanzo as 30 carats collapsing at the perfect moment. Now they want Tremor. There's another cleanse coming on out, but gathered up by Cattle. Tremor just slowed forever there, and that is a double kill for 30 carats. A very timely one as this next objective is up and rolling.
Beautiful flank from Liam on that top side. Came down, caught Roger trying to jump over that wall there, mid-jump. And yeah, that was unfortunately got stuck between a rock and a hard place. Ended up going down, but that was beautiful. That was nice. A little bit of lack of vision control here from the side of the Fun Sappers on that top side. I'm not. I didn't catch where Blaze was. I think he was like soaking or like trying to clear the wave, or was on his way back. But
it was looking like a possible gank there onto Infrared, but the Creep Tumor was in place. We see 30 carats of 39 to the objective. They're trying to make sure the map is pushing in their favor before they lock in this Punisher. Make sure everyone is all rejuvenated and ready to go here.
I like this level 13 talent, by the way, on Liam, the Outdoor Peacekeeper. It's my favorite talent on URL. To be completely honest, that thing is disgusting. It's so disgusting. That's a lot of damage mitigation. She's going to be able to tank. Urel's going to be able to tank so much damage on that backside. And if anybody tries to... if the Sappers try to engage onto anybody, he can just jump back there, reduce that damage, and make sure that that taunted target stays alive.
Charge taunt on the top side there. Nice absorb coming out from the Urel as we see Cattle gathering them all up, and Hanzo going down once again here. Mid fort is going to fall. 30 carats with the advantage. We'll see if they can take down the wall and possibly more on this mid push.
Flowing Sands is really causing some problems here for this Fun Sappers. This Punisher getting the wall. No, it looks like they're not going to look for much more. They're just going to peace out, confirm top fort, get their 16 Talonteers, and get ready for the next objective.
They're stepping up here with the rest of the team. Unfortunately, no minions here, so they're just going to have to use the totem to get on out of there. Using the time trap as well, since the fort does have true vision. It doesn't go invisible and does take fire, so that's a neat little bit of tech for Madara there.
Like how Liam is posturing in that bush. Okay, he's leaving now, but he was posturing in that bush on the flank.
Tremor is looking at Cattle here. They've got the pings. Tremor is going to charge. Look for the taunt there. Dragon Arrow comes on out. Do they have the burst? Iron Skin is used.
Oh!
They're trying to chase down Cattle here. Roger moves in. Couple more autos. Can Slug Hunter get on the other side?
Oh!
That is Johanna to fall. Great chase there from Fun Sappers. Meanwhile, though, 30 carats is just going to take themselves a top keep.
I like that little interaction between Tremor and Cattle. Oh, the double! It's a banger!
Infrared's got two, but on the bottom side, Liam is preventing the backs of Fun Sappers here. Still, Legacy could go down. Forced to self-ancestral, as it is not 3 years ago. And his self-ancestral is back. But on this bottom side here, Tremor and Roger were never able to get back to base because Liam found them down there and stopped the hearts.
Yo, chat, you need to go back and watch that again. Legacy actually carried that so hard. He positioned himself in front of Blaze to ensure that that stun didn't get a double stun. It only hit him, and he drops the totem, able to ancestral, and all three of them walk out of there just scot-free. Very well played there by Legacy. Heads up team play. Keep his teammates alive. It was nasty. That was awesome.
Fun Sappers able to grab up all of the Khazra camps here, get some split pushing going. As 30 carats are forced to head on back to base. 16s are here for Fun Sappers as well, even Talonteers for now. No objective called just yet, but it will be here on the bottom side in a matter of moments. As both teams just trying to get their lanes squared away before that call.
Tell they're a little nervous, but they know that the vision just wore out there for the side of 30k, so they know that the Fun Sappers haven't started their camp yet. Kind of just waiting to see. Afraid of the invades. No one's showing on the map from the side of Fun Sappers, so they're spooked out. 30k. Okay, there we go.
Maintaining vision here in all these bushes, making sure there's no invade. Mason Blaze going to finish up this camp delay. 30 carats caps theirs and starts to head towards the next shrine. We've got an Arcane Punisher here in the bottom lane.
I like this move from 30K. Look at the top side. They're going to get their wave pushed out and threaten this top keep. At the very least, what they'll do is pull Fun Sappers away to deal with this push and then give up the objective and allow 30K to set up. If they don't respond to this, they just lose their keep. It looks like Fun Sappers know this.
Wow.
Going to cut their losses and just get as much of the objective as possible.
Got a charge here on the left. Liam going to be able to get out of there, though. It looks
They're
like
going for
30
the
Carats
core.
are just forcing the core here, or at least faking it before backing on out. So Blaze gets a quick dismount. I thought 30 Carats were just going to clear and head straight to the objective.
Wait, they got to be careful here. They're going to get collapsed on. This is a 4v5 potentially.
Chromie and Johanna are a little bit behind, but 30 Carats does gain the position. Only 9 more required, 5 more required here for Fun Sappers. And with Hanzo and Zagara, should be no trouble at all. 30 Carats going to give it up. There's the arrow. It's going to land onto Cure. Tremor trying to catch up there. Gets through the slowing sands.
The
Can't
totem
get the
also
taunt
slowed.
online.
Beautiful cleanse, beautiful totem there from Legacy. Making sure that, yeah, that's in hand. They're going all in. The clandestine ops. There we go. Here's the Storm Black Ops 2 right here. They're going to let their core get pushed. Oh, nice time trap.
If they are going all in here, they can get it done before level 20's hit. There is the stun. Nice self-absorb and the Ancestral here onto Liam as Odin is clearing away this objective. Fun Sappers running out of push power here. Their core isn't being threatened just yet, but those catapults are going to be gathering up every single wave here. And level 20 is very close for 30 Carats now with this
Yeah,
defense.
they need to speed out of here. They want to try to go back and clear this. I thought 30K was
Mid
going to
wave is
delay them.
large, top wave is large. Fun Sappers, they're hanging around here. They're seeing if they can catch someone out, but Madara scouting out there with the sight and with the sandblasts.
Oh boy. Mason Blaze showing down here on this mid keep, right? So now 30K understands that they do have an advantage or not. They got their offlane on the bot side. Maybe they look to be aggressive. No, okay, at very least they can take their camp without any concern. But this top lane, man, it's gonna be so brutal. Oh my god,
This feels greedy here for Fun Sappers trying to take this camp. Okay,
Oh, nice
good
taunt.
taunt there. But can Cattle catch Tremor
Who's
out
done?
here? There's the knockaway. Dragon Arrow's not going to connect. There's the unstoppable. Tremor is still slow trying to get away. Blessed Shield and Varian goes down. I don't think they needed to try to steal that camp away.
Are you talking about Fun Sappers?
Yeah, I'm not sure why
Yeah,
they
yeah.
felt the need to try to sneak that out.
I think they took a little too long to make that decision. It was just like a few seconds too long. If they would have just
Yeah.
snapped it, sure.
Now mid keep is going to go down here. 30 Carats not going to quite have the push power to go in 5v4 for the core. Got to deal with the bottom lane pressure as well because their bottom keep is a little bit bruised. They do have a brief 20 advantage, though that will evaporate before our next objective. We're looking at the Frozen Shrine here in the mid next.
What level 20 do you think this is for Zagara? Is this a pack instinct or is this the the Maw upgrade?
Tyrant Maw feels a bit optimistic. What do you get anything besides the cooldown reset on a kill?
I think it does a little extra damage, right? I'll look at it right now. I'm looking at it right now. Give me a second.
Like, I feel like the talent just doesn't do a lot, and the pack instinct is more considerate or consistent
Yeah.
value.
Yeah, 50% more damage and the takedowns reduces cooldown by 25 seconds.
How often are you getting takedowns with that ability in reality, right?
Well, I mean, you don't have to kill with it. If anybody else dies, like, while you're fighting...
Right. It's just takedowns.
Yeah.
It's not killing blows.
Right.
Sagara's still
He's
holding
thinking
that
about it.
talent for now. We see Tremor has been discovered here on the bottom side. Fun Sappers wanting to possibly get the keep with 30 Carats in the area. Not going to allow that to happen. Zagara still holding that 20.
He did have a
it
pretty nice maul earlier, right? So maybe they're hoping that's the X factor for them. He's thinking hard. Oh, there it is.
Is pack instinct. Okay. It's always interesting when they take a little bit to think and then go with the automatic pick.
Makes, yeah, you're like, ooh, is it gonna happen? Odin being popped here. Liam did a good job at zoning out the rest of Fun Zappers on that bottom right, forcing him to run up here on this top left. Look at Mason Blaze looking for a flank. Big arrow!
Dodged by Chromie, but hits onto Cure. Now we see the splash of the Ancestral coming out from Legacy. Big Maw into the back on Chromie. Tremor in some trouble, trying to back it away. Taunt is out onto Liam. Liam does not have the Ardent Defender, but has the Seraphine to move away. No one down in that exchange, but still quite a minion lead here for 30 carats.
Fun Zappers need to look for something else here. This is a Frozen Punisher. It's going to move in the mid lane. There's no keep available. It's a great team fight multiplier. Yeah.
Tremor wants to get into the back. There's the charge taunt onto Chromie. Slug Hunter moves in as well, but the shield from Johanna keeping Madara healthy for now. Tremor trying to move on in, get this kill. Madara being chased out. Roger being pushed away as well as the Punisher is taken. Time stop onto Tremors. Tremors trying to get away. Sandblast doesn't hit, but the auto attack does. The turnaround onto Legacy on the top side. Rhaegar lunges onto the minion, but Rhaegar still goes down. Chromie falls as well. Zagara taken out in the mix. Cattle's trying to take down Slug Hunter with that extra slow. Trichus is actually moving in towards the core here with 3 catapults and an objective. Lucio actually went down in the back. Mason Blaze in trouble is 30 carats. Unbelievable. They've stopped the backs. Roger the only one on this defense here as Blaze goes down. This is going to be 30 carats with the win.
Nice game one. What a scrappy game coming out from the Fun Zappers. And right there, you know, you could see how difficult it was for them to deal with that. Much control. You can't follow that up with the Hanzo or the Zagara. Or at least it's very difficult to do so. But this is Storm Div, baby.
Looks like I lost connection for a moment, but I think I'm back. Sorry, folks. We're gonna head on over to the post-match here. Just keeping an eye on the bit rate. Looks like it's evening out. There we go. There we go.
Nice.
Taking a look at the stats here, pretty even across the board. Quite a bit more damage there from Fun Zappers being dealt. With Infrared on that Zagara really bringing on the pain in the later game there. 10 kills to 7, I mean, that was about as even as it gets until you kind of look at the map state. 30 carats got a lot out of their push potential in the early and in the mid game. Taking a quick look at the talents here, everything looking fairly standard. We saw that Aldor Peacekeeper there on 13. Just taking a quick look at the rest. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Tychus did go for the Q on 13 and 16. I know a lot of players don't really like that. I feel like it adds something, like a new thing to Tychus's kit.
Yeah.
That, you know, he doesn't really have before. But a lot of people, you know, they just don't like to use the Q at all in their Tychus style. But yeah, that's game one in the books there. We'll bring it on back to us.
I'm like, my chair's stuck on, so give me a second.
No worries. That is game number one. Very nicely played, very nicely played. We'll see what our next lobby is going to be. What would you like to see, Goon? What sort of map do you feel like you should come out next, given how this first one went?
Battlefield of Eternity. Let's just get right to it. Battlefield of Eternity, let's send it. Let's send it. I want to see some scrappy games. I want to see some fighting. I want to see some interesting drafting. And for whatever reason, people like to make Battlefield of Eternity much more interesting than it needs to be. Yeah. Oh, but it's not going to be that map. It's not going to be that map. Unfortunate.
I'll join off of you here. Tomb of the Spider Queen coming up next. Let's see who chose it. First draft team 2, that would be a 30 carats pick then. Alright, so Fun Zappers opting for the first pick after their game 1 loss. As a reminder, folks, this is a best of 5 here. So only 3 wins required for the champion to be crowned in this series. Tomb of the Spider Queen, obviously probably not going to see, you know, Junkrat come on out. Hanzo, a likely suspect. Do you feel like the Chromie's going to come on out again here for Madara?
I mean, it might, just depending on what the Fun Sappers draft. If they lack any kind of threat onto her, if they do the double back line, low engage front line, then yeah, absolutely. Like I wonder if there was a Maiev in the last draft, what that would have looked like for the Fun Sappers, being able to get back there, maybe even put damage onto that front line. Cure is pretty heads up when it comes to his drafting, and they do have their style. They know how to take advantage of a lot of the heroes' weaknesses and things like that. It could have just been a matter of like well, what else was it? What other take was available there? It was like Garrosh or something, who still struggles just as hard as Varian does to close that
Murden.
gap. Yeah,
Murden's the other big one.
Yeah. But then you got a Dwarf Toss, right? So then you jump in there, and then what? There's a Blessed Shield. There's a Tychus on top of you after that as well. It's pretty
Burning into Johanna is a tough one because there's always that worry that you go in and then Johanna catches you on the jump out.
Yeah, but we'll see. I mean, there's a strong possibility that the Chromie will come out here. It probably won't happen until later in the draft, potentially. I think they'll prioritize the Junkrat over the
Junkrat
Chromie.
Makes it past the bans. I'll be very surprised here because this has been the Junkrat map. For a while now.
So Hogger,
still Hogger, still Diablo banned. I wonder if we'll see Lucio make it through.
Slug did a fantastic job on the Lucio that game.
I think so. Yeah.
He made us. He made a statement there, so that is something they do need to consider.
Depending on what Fun Sappers bans here, we might see one of those power pick trades. Junkrat for Lucio, something like that.
Yeah, I wonder if Johanna makes it through the draft.
Yeah, so with a Sylve ban, it looks like they're trying to trade out some power picks here in the early going. So now 30 carats, they've got to decide if there's one of those they super don't want to see. Yeah, so they're going to ban Vala, and it looks like, I would guess they're trading Junkrat for Lucio, and Fun Sappers is going to have the choice.
Yeah. I will say if Tremor's first picking Johanna, he's probably not too excited. But Cattle will pick it up if it's available. He has no problem scooping the Johanna. And it's going to be the Junkrat, so it's probably going to be the Junkrat being traded out for the Johanna Lucio, Johanna whatever. More than likely, there's going to be that Johanna pick here.
Do you feel like this leads towards a Tracer for Kier?
Possibly.
Junkrat, you've got to worry about that. I feel like when you're drafting a Junkrat, there's the Johanna. It's going to be Blaze here instead.
So strong, lots of wave clear, lots of threat on these rotations. You're going to need some vision control. You got to make sure your flanks are protected, and you got to make sure you can do enough damage to either this front line or to whatever 30k is going to decide to pick up as their backline damage. And there's a Stitches here. Malfurion. Okay. All right.
It's a powerful trio. You think about Stitches Junkrat ran the ring for a while before it started getting perma-banned.
Yeah. I mean, anything could theoretically die off of a Junkrat or a Stitches hook root Junkrat. But I mean, if it's Blaze getting caught out with a hook, I mean, he in the later game, he's bunkering. He's got that cheap mechanic. He's a hacker. Blaze is a hacker with his no ban.
Just totally caught off guard. 30 carats.
Yeah.
Sent to the Shadow Realm, unable to ban.
Which brings up the possibility of this Tracer, like you were mentioning. He probably would be able to pick this up and just wreak havoc with that hero on the backline, assuming the team has enough wave clear for the Tracer to exist, which he should.
With the Johanna, yeah. It's probably possible. You do that and the Hanzo? That feels greedy. Let's see here. It is going to be the Chromie for Madara, Anduin for Legacy. Yeah, I feel like they could totally take a Tracer if they wanted to. If they want to, into this setup. I mean, I know Kier, incredible Tracer, but trying to move around versus Junkrat and Malfurion could get a little bit tight in terms of where you can go.
my wheel on my chair was like stuck sideways. It wouldn't move.
Oh, no.
So now it's fine now. I was like, what the heck is going on?
Mason Blay is going to take the Urel here, and it's going to be a Falstad for Infrared. That is an interesting pick here.
This is going to be one of those things where you hook gorge somebody and maybe look to gust the rest of the team away. But even then, like, the hooks are going to be coming out when they come out, right?
Is this just Zeratul then? Like, I feel like they're just priming themselves to get Zeratul.
Yeah, yeah.
There it is.
There it is. You called it, man. You called
Okay,
it.
I mean,
Throw a light bomb on that guy.
If you're fun sappers, you can play around Junkrat traps. You know, Zeratul's got a beat on you, go stand on a trap. Or you get, go stand in some Malfurion roots. But there's only so many cooldowns and so many places you can do that. And Zeratul's got a lot more mobility than you've got cooldowns.
And if you want to try to split push as Falstad, I mean, we know Cure to look. He will split push with the Zeratul on this map as well. Mm-hmm. He'll do it. And if you're Infrared playing the Falstad and you're looking to do that, Zeratul is probably going to have a pretty decent time fragging you down as this game goes on. Into that late game, he's going to find you by yourself and kill you.
It'll be an interesting setup. I mean, the draft in the first game looked looked pretty straightforward for 30 carats. Fun Sappers definitely came out and showed that they could play something that, on paper looked a little bit strange. And I feel like we've got another setup here. Stitch's Junkrat Malfurion is a very terrifying combo. The rest of the pieces, we'll see how they land here as we get into game number 2. Here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. On the left in the blue, 30 carats. Liam is on the Blaze. Legacy is on the Anduin. Cattle playing Johanna. Kier on the Zeratul. Madara's on Chromie.
On the right in the red, we got the Fun Sappers. We got Roger playing the Junkrat. Infrared on Falstad. Tremor playing the Stitches. He likes to play that hero. Mason Blaze on the Urel. And Slug Hunter playing the best hero in the game. Malfurion. Not biased at all.
Looks like we've got Shadow Hunter here stacking up for Zeratul. We've got the Gathering Storm for Falstad. Infrared did not fly to the enemy gate and look for stacks.
None of that will be had. Oh.
First hook is going to land there.
Oh.
The mid clear is going to happen. Cattle able to get away to the low side here. But yeah, that's the power of Junkrat on this map. There's already not a lot of good places to stand in such cramped lanes. And with Junkrat making that even harder, with these rotations, they're going to have to be pretty careful here for 30 carats.
I wonder if we'll see Tremor land those Haven hooks onto the Cure Zeratul. You remember that?
Yeah.
For the final, just like, dude, sending the hooks in the CCL and just catching Cure somewhere random. It was crazy.
See Zeratul's holding down the bottom side for now as the rest of the squad here for 30 carats going to get their Bruiser camp up and running. Fun Sappers, looks like they're trying to fly down towards bottom side here. Infrared actually seen there by the Chromie time trap. As Madara comes on down here. Could be a big flank, as there it is. They get the Malfurion. Slug Hunter is popped there. It looked like the jet propulsion landed, even though Mason Blaze got the knockaway there.
Yeah, that was a little weird, huh?
It's like it impacted the hammer and the splash hit Malf or something.
Yeah, yeah.
It's weird.
That, oh my goodness, Madara leaving that trap, that's gotta be so annoying. I'd be so tilted. I would hands off the keyboard, Alt F4. I'm going to bed, guys. I'm going to bed.
Very nice catch. That is first blood over 230 carats, and now they get that classic bottom lane push that you see these upper level teams tend to go for here on Tomb.
The bot boss, baby, the bot boss. They get some
it tends
damage
to get
done
ignored in a lot of the competitive play we see here in NGS, but I'd like to see it picked up a lot more often because it's what these teams tend to go for.
Yeah, it's really powerful, and as the game progresses, the map opens up. You get a couple objectives. Hold that thought. You can get out of there. As the map opens up, you keep forgetting about that camp, and you can take that camp, create pressure in the lane, for your opponent, they have to go respond to that, and it opens up other things for your team, like a boss, like a turnip, like a pick, like see somewhere else.
Liam looking to flank here, but was caught by that Junkrat trap. Slug Hunter able to move away. So we see
Nice
Chromie
flank
keeping
watch.
an eye there.
These Chromie times. Oh!
There's a hook onto Madara. Legacy gonna have to go for the save.
Tremor wasn't expecting to catch, or Slug wasn't expecting Tremor to catch anybody with that hook. He was already rotating away. He's like, I got somebody. And they're like, oh, well.
Mason Blaze might be caught here. Gets over the wall though. Now Cure able to move on back. Liam may not be so lucky as Tremor's looking for the body block here. Liam almost certainly caught out and will be going down here.
Nice little pick there. Meanwhile, Junkrat was soaking. We see 3 members of 30 Carats up there pushing their lane out as well.
See if Tremor gets the interrupt. No, a little bit late on that slam.
Oh my god, another time trap.
Interesting thing about the time trap is it doesn't actually interrupt the cast, it just stops it. So you saw Mason Blaze still was halfway through that turn and required another interrupt there.
Both teams have a turn in. 30 Carats do have more gems turned in. They're going to look for an opportunity here. Johanna is clearing. Stitches just turned in all those gems, able to get that turn in. First turn in completed here for the side of the Fun Sappers. Really ganking up here on the Johanna, forcing out the Iron Skin. Nice body block coming out from Tremor. Oh!
Falstad is going to go down there. Very nicely
Got
done.
vaporized, man. That was a lot of damage from the Chromie. What was that? Oh, there's a temporal loop happening.
Loop coming out is going to be unstoppable. Junkrat is actually going to be taken down there by Chromie.
No true cleanse, right? No true cleanse. I like the temporal loop coming out. Punishes the Malfurion pick.
Very, very nicely done. Excuse me.
It's all good.
There's a fly down to the bottom lane.
Should Stitches, should they update him, Kappa, to be able to gorge teammates? Save them? Wouldn't that be sick?
I mean, I understand why they wouldn't want to do that. I think it would be a cool bit of maneuvering. I wonder if it's... I feel like it might end up like Rhaegar's new Purge, where just one of the options is always correct, and you just don't use the other one.
Yeah.
Cool idea, though.
Like if you gorge... It's like Tom Kent's from League. If you gorge your ally, maybe it goes like on like a 100-second cooldown. But if you like gorge an enemy, it stays at 60. I don't know.
Good workout. Oh, there's the hook route out onto Liam. Able to move away though before the trap could reroute. It is going to be a Might of the Nerazim Zeratul here, so no Void Prison plays. Might see a Light Bomb double blink maneuver though to get into that back line. That'll be something that Fun Sappers has to watch out for.
You know, the combo coming out from the Stitches, from Fun Sappers, it's not hitting right now. They haven't gotten anything yet. Maybe that looks a little bit different once the Stitches gets the fishing hook. That extra range would be nice. Because right now, the range at which he's able, or that he's needs to be in order to cast the hook and catch somebody, puts Malfurion in a weird spot. I like this Twilight Dream pickup.
Oh, Kira's looking at Infrared up here on the top side, taking him down half.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. One more open like that, and he's a goner.
Tremor is put into the time loop. There is the move in from Johanna.
Oh.
That is enough for Stitches to go down.
Oh, even the retired eyes.
Shield there. Looks like mid-fort could be going down.
Yeah, it's a dead Junkrat, maybe. Nice healing coming out there from Malfurion. Bottom four ends up going down. Mid will die here momentarily. And Zeratul sharking around on this top side, looking for the fall set a little bit. Making Infrared.
Doing a good job of playing around the fort vision there.
Yeah, nice job. Man, 30K's they're on a tear right now. A lot of momentum. 2 forts down with that turn in. Oh boy, there's a third one. They know this bruiser camp is being taken. Are they gonna invade? This thing is still. Oh, they're like, oh, we could have invaded.
I think it's tough to invade into a Junkrat Stitches.
Sure.
They're on the front foot. They've got a turn in moving across here. Oh, nice dodge from Madara there as Tremor was looking for a hook gorge to move
That
into
was
the base
gnarly,
there.
man. That was gnarly. Well played. This fort's gonna go down easy peasy. Man, I like this Twilight Dream, by the way, here on the Malfurion, because it creates a lot of pressure on the Cure, on the Zeratul. He's got to be cognizant of that ability. He has to be moving quickly. He has to make sure that he doesn't get caught in that Twilight Dream. If he does, he's a goner. But if he's playing it smart, he can bait it out pretty early, too. Bait it out, force a big cooldown, get no value, forcing Slug to get no value from the ability, and then finding the picks right after. But all forts down here on the side of the Fun Sappers, they got nothing left.
Yeah,
Just their keeps.
This is where the Stitches comp can sometimes fall apart. When you just don't have anywhere on the map to really stand. Fun Sappers are going to try to move across and force something to happen, but there's no real reason for 30 carats to ever step into range to get gorged and move behind a keep wall. Like, they can just hang out here in the mid and continue their push.
No fishing hook just yet. This feels pretty bad, man. And Zeratul just creating that pressure with the bot boss that I was talking about. Has the Siege Giant camp, and Falstad's going to be forced to respond to this. And if he isn't careful, can die. The boss. This is it. This is what I was talking about. The boss play happening up here on the top side. They know that Fun Sappers need to clear their lanes. Tremor's going to check this and get punished for it.
Tremor is going to get stunned there. The extra damage comes on out. No chance at all for Stitches. Will go down. Infrared is just trying their best here versus Cure, but so much movement ability. Even standing in between two keeps wasn't safe enough.
And now he leaves. Meanwhile, the rest of his team takes the top boss.
Beautiful. Looking pretty unstoppable here in game number 2.
Yeah.
On their path to level 16. They're close to not quite there for another turn in. Another couple waves should do it. Right now, Fun Sappers gonna have to be content to be on the defensive for the time being. Whoa! Tremor almost finding one there. As the top push is going to keep on going here.
This damage coming out from Madara. I mean, he's chunking people out he's chunking Stitches out for half his HP. It's disgusting.
Where did he go? Shifting Sands? Yeah. So that's rewarding the constant hits. As long as you're hitting frequently, you're just getting that consistent damage out with that level, I guess 14 talent there for Chromie. Liam gonna try to get a bruiser camp out here as Kier locks in the last 10 for the next turn-in. If Fun Sappers can have all of their keeps standing after this, then they've got a chance to wait things out. But if they lose a keep here, it's going to be pretty doomed for the rest of this game.
Yep. Yep, let's see what happens. Let's see if they can find some momentum here. They got to find a pick and snowball that as much as possible. But Zeratul, again, he's doing that thing, split pushing, creating this pressure down here. Anyone that looks to deal with him is just going to get punished. Yrel gets farmed by him. Falstad gets extremely threatened by it. I say farm, like he's able to out-clear and maneuver around the Yrel. But Yrel wants to stay here. It's only a frontline Stitches who's getting some portal looped. Nice job. Walk forward. Gorgeous. The Chromie Blessed Shield coming out there from Cattle. Nice Twilight Dream, but the bunker was there. It automatically cleanses the silence. Oh, man. That's going to be a keep.
Nice plays. Top keep goes down. 30 carats. Managed to wiggle their way out of all of the engaged potential. Fun Sappers. Oh, there goes Junkrat. Zeratul picking up that one. And this is going to be all the keeps down. 30 carats. Going to dodge another hook here as Liam going straight in, looking for Infrared. Will be rooted and knocked away, though. Good 30 carats simply go for the core here. They've got pressure at all three lanes, and the shielding is gone.
Zeratul got so much mana available to him right now. He's able to blink around, auto attack. Yeah, this is great. GG.
Quite a, that was a valiant defense effort there from Fun Sappers. They got the, they got the pull, they got the gust. It just wasn't quite on the right angle, and Blaze was in there with the bunker to help Chromie survive. Really, really nicely done.
One death coming out here from the side of 30K. That was on Liam, in that early game, getting pinched by that 4-man rotation out of the Fun Sappers. Well played, very clean. They knew what they wanted to do. This is the classic 30K move here, bringing out the Cure Zeratul to split push all game, forcing his opponents to respond to him. And when they respond to him, his teammates understand what needs to be done. Take something on the map, and if you let them, Cure will kill somebody on that response. A lot of the tools available for Fun Sappers, they were like kind of all over the place. They abused the draft. 30K did, because you have Stitches, who's a frontliner who relies on the hook, and then you have the Urel, who also needs to be around to control the space around Malfurion and Junkrat. So what does that mean? You don't have a proper offlaner dealing with the Zeratul. You've got a Falset who's constantly on edge because the Zeratul exists, and then you don't have the Gust available to find anything, to set anything up for your team. It's not like they were finding any impactful hooks either. So it was challenging for the Fun Sappers for sure. But 30K, they put on the clinic.
I feel like a large part of how 30K got ahead in the early game as well is they were able to kill Stitches. So if there's not enough kill power, then Stitches can just stand out there wiggling around and get hooks whenever. But as soon as they got the temporal loop, Stitches all of a sudden couldn't just stand there. Had to, keep a certain distance away. And I feel like that really locked Fun Sappers back behind their lines, and they just couldn't move out and try to execute the comp that they built.
There was one cheeky play there on the top keep side where Stitches got temporal looped. He walked forward through all of 30K, gorged Chromie, got looped back to his original position, and spit Chromie out into his team. Yeah, but that was funny. But he guess what? Got yoinked out of there.
Yeah,
Anduin, by the way.
Just Anduin things.
Just Anduin things. Are we in the lobby yet? They are.
We got the lobby. All right.
They're waiting on us.
How dare they? All right, looks like Dragonshire chose this one. Back to 30K with the choice. Chosen by blue. All right, well, these teams are in a hurry tonight. We've got ours flying all over the place. Let's go back to map select. Nice. These folks are just filing in. You want to know what the map situation is. Currently, 30 carats up 2-0 in this best of 5. They've chosen and won every map so far. Fun Sappers opting for these first picks. And Dragonshire's our map number 3.
Map number 3. This is, with the way 30K has been playing, I think we can expect to see some more of that split push pressure type deal. If Genji's removed off the table, we'll probably see the Zeratul. We could see some Tracer. Just that annoying, rat play. You just ratting around all over the place, dragging your opponent around, punishing their positioning, their lack of wave clear, whatever the case may be, or hard engage, whatever the case may be. Curious to see if Sylvanas makes it through this draft. I think with Weary Day not being available here for the Fun Sappers, their draft priorities are a little bit different, because Mason Blaze is typically the Sylvanas player, if I'm not mistaken. But he's playing the offlane here, which Slug would be playing, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they mix it up here. There's a Lucio ban.
Yeah, the Lucio ban. Okay.
I think they want to go Brightwing. They banned the Brightwing. There it is. All right, cool.
30 carats not going to fall for that one here. We'll see if Diablo still makes the ban board, because we've got a lot of power picks still left to be banned, like Junkrat and Hogger. Junkrat is not, obviously still very good on Dragonshire, can play solo bot pretty well here, but there's other good options. And I feel like, you know, Hogger has a particular power here in terms of solo top. You see that Hogger ban there.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're more worried about the Junkrat or the Diablo.
I think Diablo is a little bit more punishable here on this map versus other maps, just because it's gonna get banned anyways. Just because of some of the drafting styles that people have. You know, Diablo walking into a bush, you know, face checking a bush into, for example, like, you know, just a random stun and 7-sided strike from a carry team. We do see carry team on this map from time to
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
It's pretty powerful, but they say nope, just get rid of it. We want to play our backline game. Abuse the oh, okay, all right. Well, Roger's going to be playing this Sylvanas. I like this a lot more, this opener. It's pretty flexible. They didn't even take their offlaner. They said, we like Sylvanas. I like it. I think Sylvanas is really, really powerful. There's a Johanna again. There's 3 cattle Johanna games, right?
All right, he'll just play Johanna until someone makes him stop.
He'll play Johanna until...
Not too worried or not too surprised about that pick here from Cattle, especially with no Diablo available.
True.
Legacy showed great things. Game number 1 there on the Rhaegar. Gonna do that again here.
Strong wave clear pairing on this map. That being said, your vision control in the tri-bush is a little bit... It doesn't really exist a whole lot because Johanna is a big part of that wave clear.
Yeah.
So
it might lean on the Chromie or the Hanzo for that.
Yeah.
Might even see sometimes we see Lunara come on out. So Lunara probably less played into Genji.
Yep. I mean, Junkrat is still up. You know, maybe with Murden and Genji being around, Anderson, maybe they don't go for that. But both damage options. It's a Uther. I like it.
I would thought maybe an Anduin ban for Genji Bomb, but a Dragon, a Divine Shield Dragon Blade is also pretty gnarly.
Yeah. Yeah, but both damage options have been taken here for the side of the Fun Sappers. So this is their profile. This is what they're going to go with. You still need a support. You still need an offlaner. You could look to, do some cheeky things with the support and the offlaner potentially. But with 30K having that last pick, there really isn't a whole lot of creativity you can do there to close it out. We'll see.
I feel like Fun Sappers is trying to dissuade a Chromie pick here. I wonder if 30 carats is just going to take it anyway, though. They are going to take the Lunara. Interesting.
Yeah. Again,
I feel like Lunara... I mean, Chromie has trouble getting away from Genji Murder.
Correct.
Has a time trap, has a timeout. Only so useful because you can't move during them. Lunara, I mean, you've got that sort of jolty movement that can help you get away from, X-Strike and stuff like that, Storm Bolts.
You got a Leaping Strike as well.
We don't, yeah. I've seen so many Lunaras aren't going Leaping Strike anymore.
Right. They're looking to kind of shell from the back, artillery style with the Thornwood Vines. But I think here with how aggressive Fun Sappers want to be, having an extra tool available for yourself to reposition into a safer location might be pretty good. I don't know.
What is this here for Cure? Okay.
Oh.
I figured it would be something potentially defensive. Maiev can do some work on the map, possibly try to, pull a Yrel or a Genji away from a target, but get Murden before they can jump back out again.
She punishes some clumping as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. She's got some strong tools available. Some of her talents here, she's got Giant Killer talents spread out all across her kit, so she can sit there and just cleave through Q reset stacks, doing Giant Killer your E potentially, or just, hey, they want to jump onto my backline, I'm going to tether them all. They're going to be locked in place. They're going to get Blessed Shield, and I'm just going to get those resets 100%. Maybe a Warden's Cage as well to kind of keep them there. But that is a longer cooldown for how quick the side of Fun Sappers want to be fighting this theoretically. But yeah, I mean, the Totem on the Rhaegar is going to be pretty powerful as well, assuming he goes Totem 1 and 7. I think that's like actually. Oh, he does. Okay, so he's gonna go with the wolf instead.
Hmm.
I like going totem against like Karazim Genji, or just people that are like surrounding me or my allies. You
Yeah.
just drop that thing and just mitigate a lot of the damage. But I don't know. We'll see. Both drafts, obviously, they want to do their thing. Fun Sappers looking to be very aggressive on the map.
Yeah.
Maybe look to punish some of this tank positioning, some of these rotations. But with the Wisp being available, it's gonna be hard to catch.
It looks to me like Fun Sappers want to take control of their fate here. They're going to
we
play
go.
a comp that's very, very aggressive as we see the fight breaking out here. Slug Hunter able to get away. Tremor may not be so lucky here. Slowed down and taken down. Trying to get the counter kill onto Liam, and they will get it 1-for-1 here on the mid scuffle. Roger into the back is going to get pulled in, and Genji goes down. Infrared taking a lot of damage on the poison. There goes Sylvanas. That's going to be a 3-4-1 here for 30 carats.
Oh my god, Jamie, put that up on the screen for me. That was actually insane. You go back and you watch that in slow motion. Genji actually he deflects all that damage, and because he casts Swift Strike, that first frame that he was Swift striking broke the deflect, and he ends up dying from that next instance of damage. That was crazy. That was awesome. I don't know how I'm seeing all this now, man. My eye, I've been taking a break from gaming for a little bit. Now I'm coming back with like some fresh eyes. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just like I'm in the
It's
Matrix.
the caster eyes, man.
That's true.
You see, you know this stuff that's supposed to happen, and then when you see something unexpected, you get to pick up on it.
Fun. Casting is way more fun than playing the game. I'm just kidding. I'm just not.
Shrines have
like
unlocked
this,
here as both teams are
bruiser
getting their
take.
bruiser camps out. 30 carats already threatening for an early dragon here, but Tremor keeping an eye on things. Looking for a Stormbolt, didn't quite get it there. Roger into the back. Mason Blaze moving up pretty far here. Urel pretty hard to gank here, especially with only 2 though. We'll just lock it on it back.
Oh wait, was that like a weird jet? Was he aiming a jet propulsion that way?
I'm not sure.
Anyway, nice shot for Mason Blaze though, keeping Liam off the point and just breaking that channel, breaking one of those shrines.
Hits there. Hard to deflect away that poison tick as Roger going down to about half, trying to go onto Madara once again here. Yeah, they're really.
Oh, you don't have level 7 yet, brother. You're missing an extra dash. Got to be careful. That's the thing with Karazim, you know, if you can't find those kills quickly enough onto Lunara, it's not like you're pumping out some impactful healing, you know?
Yeah. 30 carats threatening for a dragon once again. We'll see if anyone can get there. Slug Hunter is in range. Prevent another cap here. Urel kind of stuck in the top lane dealing with this Blaze pressure. Madara surviving in the 1v2 here as now they're looking at Infrared. Oh, nice counter engage though by Slug Hunter, forces Madara to back off. Still a lot of damage here as Kier comes around. Infrared is going to be in trouble. Legacy is being worked as well, but gets into wolf form and walks away. Slug Hunter does not have any dashes left and will go down.
That's what I was talking about, that clumping around the target that they wanted to kill, right? Got the tether, and as the enemy was retreating, able to pull them right back in. Level 7 on the carry team, don't have it yet. Feels bad, man. Once you get that extra dash and the cooldown reduction, you can look for those kinds of plays and look for those picks. But what ends up happening, you're like low on mana. You had already used a dash to close the gap. It's rough.
Tremor taking some hits here as the Dragon Knight does go over to 30 carats. They've got damage on both walls. They've got a dragon. Things looking very, very strong in the start here as over a full level lead on the early going. Oh, nice jump there from Cure as Tremor was looking for a pull. Slug Hunter not going to get pulled back in, but had to go pretty deep there. Has one more dash. Is it going to be enough? Nice Fan of Knives reset. Karazim is going to go down.
Once you get 7-sided strike, oh, Emperor needs to be careful.
Oh, look at that. Tremor might be in trouble as well as Madara's on the chase. Liam is here as well. This looks like it's going to be a triple kill here for 30 carats. And that is going to be the bottom fort as well. What a wraparound there from Liam to make sure nobody got out.
Yeah, they're looking for these early game aggressive kills into Madara, not able to find it. They're missing some CC. They're missing some talents. They need to scale up a little bit more. Karazim, you know, early on you can play a little aggressively, especially when you get level 7. But with things like Johanna and Maiev existing, it does make it a little bit more difficult. But you want all the survivability you can get, which means more dashes. You want your 7-sided strikes. You want all of that stuff. I'm curious if we see the cleanse, if he opts in for the 100 fists later on. With how they're playing, I hope we see the 100 fists. Don't really want to see the cleanse, but we'll see. Level 10s here, 430k. They're going to be able to take this camp easy peasy. Fun Sappers say, yo, let's get out of here, cut our losses, give it up, clear the waves, get some value elsewhere on the map.
It is going to be the leaping strikes for Lunara, so feeling the heat a little bit, wanting to reposition on these dive attempts. Understandable. I feel like it's a good, you know, piece of the kit that might throw off the engage attempts here from Fun Sappers. Sylvanas caught in a containment disc here on the low side. For some reason the Umbral Bind didn't connect there. Not sure what happened with that animation, but
yeah,
11 to 9 push here with 2 camps. Liam with a stun in the gate. Madara going straight over the top. Infrared is going to be taken down here. Bunker preventing all the outgoing damage. Cattle, though, is a little bit caught. Is going to require some healing as that fort is fragging. Uh-oh, stun on the outside here. X-Strike. Roger trying to move away here. Barely gets out. Look at the two are in tower range, though. That is Rhaegar to fall. Liam trying to get on out there, but Slug Hunter is on the chase. Cure trying to kite on backwards. This could allow Liam to mount up. Liam is going to stick around, though, and turn around for a possible kill.
He's not going to get
Slug Hunter is low and will fall. Liam still staying in the area as Lunara goes down. And now Roger is here. Maiev is out. Roger does not have any shuriken left. That's Iron Skin. And that is Cattle to escape. Nice counter engage, but bottom keep does go down here.
Yeah, nice juicy wave down here. 4 siege giants and a catapult. Not
Catapult's
and a
trying.
Spell minion just
get in there, catapult. You can do it. Get around.
Oh, it hit Slug. Promote it. Promote it.
Slug Hunter. Sorry, he's gonna get away. Dragonite does go over to Fun Sappers here as we have an invade over the wall, forcing Legacy back.
You don't want to fight with a Dragonite. You want to siege with this bad boy.
Dragonite was peeling up there just to make sure. Looks like just to make sure everyone got out.
Oh,
Genji might not be so lucky here as Cattle's waiting for a possible bless over the wall. Does get it. Umbral Bind connected. Sylvanas actually going down in the back. Blaze 1v1. Gets the kill onto Roger. Or onto, who's playing Sylvanas? Infrared.
Infrared, yeah.
It's like Roger picked it, but then he switched. That's right. Dragonite forced to move on back there. Uh-oh, Liam in trouble. Liam is going to go down there. Fun Sappers picking up a counter kill. These late game kills, they've closed the experience gap a little bit here. So Dragonite, there's a Muradin in there. We'll see if Cattle has the Condemn. I think the jump is still available, but not going to be able to cast it out of the containment disc. Silenced, pulled by the jump. Roger's trying to turn it around with the X-Strike, but uses the Swift Strike to move it on back. There is the Avatar, and I think Tremor gets away.
Yep. Lots of cooldowns used there. Infrared using the Wailing Arrow. Beautiful Vault of the Wardens. And a Cleanse actually coming out from the Rhaegar to purge, or to ensure that Silence didn't hit anybody. They're sieging this up. They're looking for Legacy. I don't think they're going to be able to catch it, but there's... Oh! What's the play? Is it Madara or is it Legacy?
Things on to Madara, but uses the Leaping Strike to escape. Cure
has
Tremor on the leash here as Slug Hunter is being chewed on by Madara. Muradin has the abilities, gets the jump.
Blessed Shield!
Oh, it's not in range, but still gets 2. Mason Blaze trying to move it on back with Slug Hunter. Nice job by Yrel. Oh, Karazim still taken down. Mason Blaze with the knockback. Madara with the leap. Yrel to fall. 2 kills for 30 carats. I thought Fun Sappers had the peels to get on out of there. That was a very nice move back. It looked like all 3 might have gone down right on that camp, and all 3 nearly got away. You're not going to get away here in the mid. Maev goes down as 30 carats steals that bruiser.
Prepare yourselves here.
Greater spell shield coming out there.
Duel continues here. Madara, oh no, did not put infrared into the calculations and will fall.
No, not quite. He went beep, beep, beep. I'll get this kill. Oh no, unknown variable has appeared. I'm dead. One of the things with Karazim that you do want to, if you're trying to play Karazim at home, keep this in mind. Like, yeah, you can be aggressive, you can put out some damage and stuff in the early game, but as the game progresses, there's a lot of damage on the opponent's team. Your healing isn't as potent as your opponent's. Look to find those confirms. You've got those dashes. Get in there, find those last couple hits, kill those targets, and then get right back out.
Ooh, Containment Disc nearly got Tremor there, but the Dwarf Toss was good. Now they're looking at Sylvanas. Look at the collapse from 30 carats. Sylvanas to go down there. Lucky it wasn't more, as the Umbral Bind nearly connected onto a retreating Tremor.
Yeah, he went with the cleanse here, and this is why I don't like the cleanse. In this specific scenario, you're probably looking to cleanse an Umbral Bind. Like, you're trying to play it like a Lucio here, but you can't do it. And with the way these fights are going, there's lots of CC layering and lots of bodies around the target that's getting got. So what ends up happening is actually the nice jet propulsion. Is there 7-sided strike? There's gonna be a Blessed Shield out of this, right? No. He's not.
Blessed Shield not committed, just too many movement tools remaining.
Yeah. But what ends up happening is you have all these bodies clumped around the target that you accidentally just, like, the likelihood that you accidentally just dash onto an opponent is pretty high. It happens quite a lot. It won't always prioritize the hero you're trying to cleanse. Oh, just click better, dude. Look, there's like 18 bodies here.
Nice cleanse on that one, but Slug Hunter might be punished. Madara looking for a flank there. Not going to get it as Liam moves on back. Oh! Nice collapse from Fun Sappers.
Nice wailing.
Wailing's going to stop Legacy for now as the Dragon Knight moves on forward. See if this Dragon Knight can pick up much without Lunara here. Tremor pulled back there, but still has the Avatar rolling.
Blessed Shield's still available.
They might get something here off Tremor losing the Avatar. Containment Disc not going to connect there. Legacy feeling the heat is going to try to move it on back. Puts the save onto Cure. Look at the Umbral Binds. Can they get Tremor here? There's the unstoppable Muradin just keeping on point here. Cure is going to be the first to go down. Cattle cannot gather up Slug Hunter. Infrared gets away. Unbelievable there. Now Mason Blaze is trying to get Legacy. There's the heal. Oh, Slug Hunter on the outside though. Legacy is trying to peel back. No Blessed Shield available. Can Slug get on out of here? No, the lunge is in. Legacy will fall for it, though. Mason Blaze still has the Ardent Defender if necessary, as this has been a total scrap.
Look, he 100% kills there with the 100 fists, all right, Slug? I hope you go back and watch this VOD and take notes, all right?
Madara is looking for the solo onto Tremor here. Steps on up with the slow. Here comes Roger.
They're all so weak. The sustain is so
Tremor's
low
beating
here.
on a cooldown, is going to get caught, uses the stone form, but Muradin still goes down. Roger somehow got out of there as well, as Madara needed one more auto. Did not get it.
This is brutal, man. 30k about to hit their level 20s right here. That's a big... Wait, whoa. Oh, okay, never mind. Every time I see that totem at 16, I think it's the one at 13. I always do that. But... level 20s here. We got the double ancestral. It's a pretty big one. Pretty great ability. Double
ancestral. After the buffs became
blinded
basically
by
the go-to.
light.
It used to be the most laughing stock ability in the game, and then it became Omega busted. Can Madara actually just walk along here and not get hit by the keep? That seems wrong.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's an interesting little bit of geometry. Mid-keep going to be pressured out here with level 20 advantage for 30 carats. Roger moving into the back, trying to put the damage onto Madara. Still has the Swift Strike to get away.
The Umbral Bind is active, so this next auto is going to tether somebody. He's looking for the Genji. Finds
good
it.
onto. Oh, the timing from Cattle is perfect. Liam catches 3 in the jet propulsion as well. That is Genji to fall. 30 carats looking to clean up this mid keep and possibly more here. Urel continuing to push on the top side, looking for that level 20. If this is another pick, this could be all she wrote. Nice cleanse from Slug Hunter. Core is down to 80% here. There's a catapult locked in. 30 carats might be going for it here.
Nice done. The
Silas arrow into the back does not hit. Core is down to 30%. There's the 7-sided. Liam on the back side is trying to finish this game. There is Madara over the top, and that is going to be it. 30 carats with the clean 3-0 sweep are your Storm Division champions.
GG's, well played. 30K showing why they're the best team in North America, the best team in the world. Actually, let's get that right. We'll get that right. You know, easy peasy. Nice job coming out there from 30K this series, just dominating, showing them what's up. That's the team to beat, guys. You out there looking to be the next best team in the world? Take some notes. Take some notes. But glad to see Fun Sappers come out, have a good time, play their stuff, and like go out, play the game that they wanted to play, like you mentioned earlier.
Very nicely done. Let's check the post-match. I'm just reaching out to see if we can get an interview. We don't normally do an interview here in Storm Division because they've got to go and, you know, rage queue in Storm League after every match. But hopefully after the finals we can get someone to come and join us here. For now, we'll put up the stats as I wait for a response.
See, you're pumping out that damage. 55,000 hero damage there on the Maiev. Punishing a lot of the clumping with those tethers. Great resets as well. It was pretty accurate with those containment discs as well. Catching people that were out of position, essentially, and punishing that. Forcing out some massive important cooldowns from the Karazim, from Muradin. Sylvanas was getting farmed that game. Blaze actually found some kills there. Lunara as well. It was crazy. That was very well played.
Very, very nicely done. Looks like we are going to get an interview. Doing if you want to meet me down in, let's say, lobby 2. We'll get a little interview with our champions.
Sure.
All right. All right, Cure, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations on a clean victory.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Very, very strong performance today. Very strong performance this season, dropping a few maps here and there, but 0 match losses here in Storm Division Season 5. How does that feel as a team to just be able to come in and have that sort of performance here?
Feels great. You know, appreciate you guys for always putting on NGS, and definitely since CCL had like that big break between the end of the regular season and end of the playoffs, I feel like having NGS every week helped us a lot for getting practice in for CCL playoffs, and then even after CCL playoffs, we're getting practice for the LAN. So really appreciate you guys. It's been really fun every week, just hanging out with the squad and playing some games and winning, which is always pretty fun.
Winning equals fun. Truer words have never been spoken ever. Now you come in. Obviously, you know you guys are the best team in the world. We'll just put it out there. Coming from the Heroes International, coming out here and watching you guys play tonight, it's like, man, these guys haven't missed a beat. They're still on it. They're still playing. They're still showing up and doing their best. It's pretty cool to see, man.
Thank you. Appreciate that. And yeah, nice meeting you, Goon, by the way.
That was back. Yeah. That was fun, man. It was good. It was cool to watch you guys go out there and pog. I was like, oh, those are the boys. There was a lot of pride there. A lot of pride for sure. I felt proud of watching you guys own everybody.
Appreciate you.
Speaking of just sort of how NGS has gone, how have you felt about just sort of the week-to-week games? Do you feel like, you know, it's a lot of this, you know, people you've been playing with forever? Do you feel like the general skill level of the division was good this year?
Yeah, I mean, there was quite a few CCL players playing. Like ACA had a few guys, you know, Fun Sappers, and then like CPX's team, I think pre-workout power,
Mhm.
and then some of the like lesser known but also like competitive GM players and stuff. So it was definitely fun watching like the other teams throughout the weeks, and then also like just getting an idea of what people play, and just having that environment. It's always nice, like within each region of having that competition.
Mhm.
One thing that I noticed, which is it's sort of interesting in a game where we don't have patches anymore. There was a lot of things that stayed the same in terms of draft meta, in terms of picks, but there were some things that tended to change over the course of the season, and especially after the LAN. Tell me a bit about where Diablo is right now for teams like yourself and sort of higher level teams. It seemed like kind of some players would pick him some of the time at the start, and by the end, sort of a top ban. Where does Diablo sit in terms of your meta right now?
Yeah, so for us, like before the LAN, we were playing Diablo a ton, and we were picking it pretty early. So we had an idea that he was really good, but he wasn't that contested within the region. So
Mhm.
going to the LAN and seeing how heavily the other teams contested it definitely like shook up our draft meta a bit, because we felt like we could beat Diablo whenever it came to like NGS and like CCL and NA teams and stuff. But then like going into the lane, we're like, okay, wait, this actually Diablo kind of beats our style, or like kind of the style we want to go for. So that's kind of like why we started pivoting towards banning it a lot and picking up something like the Johanna instead, which fits our style better, and it's also like easier to play against a Johanna for us. So with Diablo out of the equation, it just like helps our style a lot, I think.
Okay. Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
Nice, nice. What's next for the Cure when it comes to
Uh, I don't know. I'm gonna still be streaming here and there, playing some nice Storm League until the servers go down, I guess.
that?
And then yeah, just hanging out, just seeing what's going on. Maybe another LAN at some point could be fun. Maybe
Mhm.
another NGS season. Who knows? We'll see, I guess. But yeah, just chilling. You know me.
Right on, man.
Fantastic. Well, a 3-0 victory today, capping off the perfect season. Congratulations once again on an excellent run. I know a lot of folks out here in the chat. We're glad to see you out here every week. So I appreciate you being a part of NGS. I appreciate the team coming on out here and doing their best and showing what this region can do. I appreciate it a lot.
All right, guys. Yeah, thanks a lot. Take care. Have a good one.
Hey, have a good night, man.
Peace.
All right, Goon, I'll call you back.
Alrighty.
All right, let's get this set up once again. Bada boom. Bring it on back to us. Still set up. Almost close. There we go. That'll do for now. The Discord capture, always moves around. There we go.
True.
Goon has
True.
been
Revealing all the
reframed.
spicy DMs.
But Goon, what a series. What a season we had. You did
Yeah.
your fair share of solo casts. We did, a few together. It's been a really interesting season in sort of how it was framed around other events. But, we got through. I think we put on a great show for folks, and I think we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was great. Great Storm Division season. I always enjoy tuning in and lurking and watching the games and flaming behind the scenes. It's and not just Storm Division, but every I tune into a lot of the just NGS matches from Storm all the way to Div. Like I think we did a Div D game. I casted. I think it was a Div D. But I casted with Dudettes the other day. With those guys from the Land of America shirt guys.
Yeah. The Animaniacs.
Yeah. And just it's cool to see everybody just come out, play the game, do their thing, have a good time. Some people are all super sweaty, care about the drafts, doing all the research, and some people are like, look, man, we're just kicking back, relaxing, throwing back a few cold ones, and just yelling at each other in our own Discord server. It's cool to see everybody come together and just have a good time.
Man, I know, like, there's a lot of teams that are just out here having a fantastic time. They're not interested in really moving up or down. They're just out here with their pals every week. I know there are some teams that are just like, why don't you guys ever do POV streams? It's like, well, we'd have to mute it because then the DC would totally get on our case about how we talk to each other.
Yeah, it's fun, man.
But
It's
you
fun.
know,
I get
everyone's
it.
out here having fun, whether you're in Storm, whether you're in E, whether you're somewhere in between. They're just having a good time with this game. And in case anyone out there is worried about the future of the Nexus Gaming series, we're going to be here. We're going to be moving on. You know, next season's coming up at a regular time. Look for us, you know, end of January, beginning of February, season 15, Storm Division season 6. We're going to get those dates sorted out as soon as we finalize where all that stuff is. Got a few changes for Storm Division coming up for next season. In terms of you guys, not a whole lot has changed. It's mostly qualifier stuff, but more information on that will be coming out in the NGS postseason Mead Hall, which should be in the next couple weeks. It'll be right here on this channel in case you want to check
Those
back
are fun. Those
to
are
see
fun.
about you know, how season 14 went and what the plans are for season 15. So make sure you come on out. Yeah. Goon, why don't you let folks know where they can find you when you're not here?
You can find me on Twitch at GoonGGWP. You might find me playing some Elder Ring. You can go on Twitter and find me at GoonGGWP, Instagram. But you know what? It's not about me. I quickly want to shout out the one that put this all together, that did this thing, and that carried Storm Division and put all his heart and soul into this. Crush, man, you have done so much work for this community, for NGS, for Heroes of Storm, and even you know, with us at Wildheart, you know. And I want to just say thank you from everybody here. Thank you for putting this on and for just being here every week, man. I know how much blood, sweat, and tears you put into this, man, and I hope that everybody, you know, can appreciate that. And I look forward to seeing whatever it is you end up doing next, and what next season is going to look like. So
I appreciate that. Thank you very much for the kind words. It's been really cool taking over this project and, you know, seeing what the teams want, how they operate, and just being able to sort of keep that framework alive for them. So as long as we've got, you know, 40 players that want to come on out and, you know, be a part of this tournament, I'm going to try to keep it running. I can't promise, you know, I'm going to be here forever. I plan on being here next season. I've got some changes I want to put in, see how they turn out. But it sounds like, you know, players like being here. They like the weekly stuff, and I want to keep providing that. So look out for more. Yeah, you can find me everywhere at the Crushinator. I'm on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all the normal places. I haven't gone on to any of the new stuff yet. I'm still, you know, a social media boomer. No Facebook, but, you know, Counter Social, Mastodon. I don't know nothing about all that.
Wait. Did you get the check mark?
I didn't get the check mark.
Oh, he's still clean, boys.
I'm still, you know, the idea of paying them $8 for zero, you know, revenue seems, you know, it's a whole thing. We'll see how that turns out, but, you know, if you want a blue check mark, go grab one. Maybe, you know, you never know. You never know. Those check marks are pretty slick looking. But for now, you can find me at all the places. Just search the Crushinator. You'll find all my stuff. And don't forget, come on out for the Mead Hall. The details will be released soon on when that's going to be. And you can get all of the info about everything NGS. If you haven't played in the league before and you want to just check it out, I'm telling you, we've got people in Bronze, we've got people in GM. They're all here. They're all looking for teammates. Come into the Discord, and we will get you all set up. If you want to support Nexus Gaming Series proper, Patreon. We do have an active Patreon. If you would like to support the league with stuff like, you know, keeping the website up and running, keeping the volunteers going, you get cool stuff like, you know, you get Patreon perks, things like that. So make sure you check that out if you want to support the league. Yeah. That's been Storm Division Season 5. Thank you all for being here every week with us, checking out this excellent action. We're going to see where we can raid on over for the end of the night here, and we will see you all next time. Bye.